So I'm just going to go for it. Hold on, let me undo my pants.
We're a team. We're going to go for it.
So, is that your zipper?
That's my zipper.
Are you putting it
unbuckling
up
my
to the
pants.
microphone?
Oh, nope. That's under the table.
This is like a woman. This is like a woman taking off her heels at the end of the night. Oh,
you're gonna hear some sounds.
I guess
It's
so.
gonna be pretty. Just because of this week's King of Kanto, I just can't keep it limp.
Yeah.
oh! Did you see who got Me Too'd?
Who?
Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, without
hedgehog.
consent, the hedgehog. He's gone down. If he gets done, he's serving 90 years.
But you
90?
know that these girls would have
He's dead.
approached him at a bar, would have said, "Hey, you're the hedgehog. I wanna see what's going on down there." People were mightily unimpressed, and then they're like, "Oh, I was drunk."
Do you think that's it? I don't know the story behind it. I don't want to assume.
How old is he now?
300. That's going to be my favorite drop forever.
You fucked it up.
Hold on, do the wow, and then do your welcome to King of Kanto. Or whatever.
That's what I was going to do. I was waiting for the sound to die out, and then Cam jumped in.
We can talk over the song.
Yeah, okay, here. All right, so I'm going to... so I'm not going to mute you guys, but just wait until after the song starts, okay? This is the King of Kanto, Episode 2. Episode Niban, ne? Boot up your fax machine, top off your Passmo, and get your shoes off in the Genkan.
Oh yeah. Still love the wow.
The wow's good.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the King of Kanto. This is our second episode. Gentlemen, what are you drinking tonight?
We're on the strongs, mate.
Oh, me too.
I got a strong double lemon.
Strong
One
double.
One of the big cans. 500 mils.
I only do tall boys.
Yeah, all the way.
It's the best bang for your buck kind of drink in Japan. I've got the double lemon as well, but only because they stopped selling the triple lemons.
Right. I actually looked for some today. A tall boy is 158 yen or something like that, and it's 9%.
It's nothing.
It's cheap as hell.
And people will tell you that it's undignified to drink strongs, but they are wrong. They are.
So why
dead
are they
wrong.
2/3 of my local grocery store's alcohol area?
Because it may as well be a wine cellar.
Hey, have you... I'm not quite sure if you've caught the trains lately, but they've started advertising it as the #1 Chuhai-based beverage in the world.
I believe it.
Yeah, I think it's like going overseas. It's like taking root in other countries.
I doubt it. I just think that the pure population of alcoholics here is enough to sustain it as the #1 brand of shochu-based alcoholic beverage.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising. It's like people are drinking it to get drunk and not for the taste or something.
But it's
I
both.
I don't mind the taste. Taste is
I love
fine.
the taste.
Yeah,
I love the
is good,
taste.
man. You get like a nice fruity drink. It's really strong. Did you guys ever have Smirnoff Ice?
Ugh. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So back in college, we had Smirnoff Ice. That was the premium malt beer of the time or whatever. But we drank beer, but we had like a 24 in a room in the back. And we always had, the girls loved that stuff. So they always had to go into the back, past all the guys to ask for one. So that was our scam. The girls wanted a Smirnoff Ice. They had to.
Hey, wait. Do you
Break
guys
off
in
from their
America, do you have Spumante or Passion Pop?
No.
Nick, you know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah, the $2 chuck.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like-
well, we do literally have $2 chuck.
It's in like a wine bottle. It's supposed to look like champagne, but it's like it tastes like, I don't know how the hell like fizzy drink. It tastes like Fanta or something like that. And
Yeah,
it's
it almost kind of has that strong kind of flavor as well, like that real acidic. You're gonna have reflux the next day kind of taste.
Yeah, that was a Smirnoff Ice, but we also had Mad Dog. Do you guys have Mad Dog 2020?
No, I
Whoa,
never.
that's actually pretty good, and it is a quote unquote low class drink. But like when you're home and nobody's around and kind of want to get crunk, It's a real legit choice for $3.
I'm putting you in the cuck shed for saying crunk.
If you go to a store in Australia and say, I want some passion pop or spumante, the next question is, can I see your ID?
Right.
That is the next question. And then they really look at it and they check the date and everything. What do you call goon? Do you know what goon is?
A goon is like a muscle for an Italian enforcer or something like that.
Nah,
The
it's
guy-
cask wine.
Cask
It's a
wine?
box wine.
Oh, box wine. Oh, yeah. Dude, the real alcoholics drink the box wine. And I
Yeah.
don't understand why, because you drink a whole bunch of it, you don't get drunk, but you get the hangover the next day.
Yeah, we used to have this university game called Goon of Fortune, where there's something called a Hills Hoist clothes dryer kind of thing, and it's in the center of your garden, and you can actually spin it around. So in university, or high school, I should say, you'd go to somebody's house, and they'd have one of those. You'd hook up the actual aluminium bag of wine via a clothes peg. Then you'd spin it around, and whoever it was closest to would have to drink from the goon sack.
Did you ever see anybody sleeping on one? Or they like drink it all and they inflate it with their breath and use it as a pillow?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pure class.
Beautiful culture, Australia.
It
But
sounds
back to
nice.
back to the Strongs. I was actually going through my old Google photos to the first time I went to visited Japan 9 years ago, and still it was just coloured by Strong Zeros. Me and my brother smashing some double lemons.
I mean, it's really part of the vacation culture here. You have to drink the alcohol that you can't readily get in your home country. I was smashing Asahi Super Dry and Kirin Ichiban and Sapporo, which Sapporo is my go-to beer, the tall boy, of course. I remember when I first got here, I said, man, I only got like 500 yen to my name that I can spend tonight anyway. So I just got 2 Chuhais, 9%, and that did the trick, man. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was playing video games or something, but I just drank 2 of those and I was set.
Yeah, it's a good night.
It's a cheap night.
When I first got here and I had my visa baby job, it was a 3-hour commute there and back.
Ugh.
Jesus.
So I spent about 6 hours on the train. So what happened is on the way back, I would go into the station Konbini and go and grab like 2 of the, tall boys of Strong Zero and just drink them on the train ride home.
Of course.
And then the doctor told me to stop.
The doctor, the train doctor?
Yeah, the train, no, when I went to a doctor for the, the mandatory checkup, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to die.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Cam, when you moved here, just you, a Chuhai, and your Game Boy Advanced SP, you old man.
Excuse me, the DS was out when I came here. Pardon, sir.
In
And I had the
2003,
DS.
right? 2004, 2003, whenever the DS came out.
Yes. I don't know if it was like the first on the market. I used to do study Japanese through the DS, like a Japanese program.
They did have games for that, yeah.
Oh yeah, the kanji program, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They had the kanji and the pronunciation stuff. Hiragana.
Because,
in your first 2 years when you're interested in learning the language before life takes you by the balls.
You know what? To speak positives about this show, since last week, I have been diving much more into the Japanese, particularly this week, because I saw like a cautionary tale.
Oh, what's the cautionary tale you saw?
I think you saw it too. It's got to do with our nomination tonight of what I don't want to be.
As you probably realized by the thumbnail, today we're talking about the great, the legendary, still the small audience, but he's still pumping out content daily, Tokyo Drew. Or Saitama Drew, as he's known online.
Yeah, and we sent an email to Saitama Drew Jr. He did not respond. I really wanted him to come on the show, speak about his pops, but it just didn't happen. So instead of doing the news segment today, I think we're going to review our Strong's review, I guess you could call it. We each have a list of 3, and we haven't discussed this prior to the recording this. So we have our top pick, our second pick, and our third pick. So the top pick gets 5 points, the second pick gets 3 points, and the third pick gets 1 point. And we're going to add it all up at the end, and we're going to see what the number 1 strong is.
Mate, I'm drinking Strongs right now. I ain't no math man.
I know, I think I'm going to have to crack open a freaking Excel sheet to do this, because I'm 1 strong and a half in right now, so my math is not great either. What I wanted to do is I actually wanted to start with our least favorite of the three. So let's start with number 3 for each of us.
All right.
So Cam, why don't you go first and tell us your number 3 pick?
Ooh, my number 3, it was close. It was really close. I'm going to go with apple for number 3.
Apple for number 3, okay.
Apple for number 3. It's not really, I don't know if you can get a 0 calorie, but yeah, number 3.
I mean, if you really wanted lowest calorie drinking, you would just get one of those kind of juice boxes of Onikoroshi. Put it in the microwave.
No,
one cup.
The Ozeki 1 cups.
Yeah.
Those are
I'm not
bad.
that degenerate yet.
Just give it a few years.
Nick, what's your number 3?
Bitter orange, because it gets me drunk.
Bitter orange. You know what? Bitter orange was my number 3 also.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Okay. I like orange. I'm an orange guy. Orange is my favorite color. It's not necessarily my favorite soda. Bitter orange definitely got me through some interesting times here in Tokyo.
Orange is your favorite color. What's your blood type?
Oh, I have no idea.
What's your star sign?
Sagittarius, but
I knew it. I knew you.
Yeah,
Such a Sagittarius.
I just knew it. You're such a romantic.
what about bitter orange makes me a romantic? And you chose the same one, you dick.
Because you mentioned it's your favorite color. It's such a chick thing.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Cam. Number two, buddy.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit. Okay.
I fucking love grapefruit.
I do
It's
too.
better than
Grapefruit's
lemon.
good. Wow, that's fighting words. Okay. Grapefruits is good. All right.
It's like I'm
Nick,
having breakfast.
on the train while you're coming home from work. All right, Nick. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Cam, because he's strong and he has 0 limitations, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but how could you give me a serious choice?
Serious choice is Cam.
Come on.
He's strong and he has 0 limitations, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I heard the joke the first time.
It's also double lemon.
Double lemon. Okay.
Uh,
Double lemon is your second.
Double lemon's my second.
Double. Okay. All right.
Also with Cam, because he's strong and has 0 limitations.
Yeah.
why am I number 2? Jay better not be number 1. I'll be
No,
really
because you're not quite up there with the actual number 1, but you know you're high enough.
I
Because
can't compete with a 200 yen
okay.
drink.
So my number 2 was very similar, Nick. My number 2 is triple lemon. That's my number
You
2.
asshole.
That's my number 2 pick. Triple lemon.
So gonna get it when I see you in person.
Yeah.
Maybe
Triple
you'll
lemon's
be my
good. It's
number
very
3.
bitter. Tastes great. You can slam it just like Cam's number 3 pick, apple. But yeah, triple
Slam
lemon's
you
my
for
number
putting it
2.
number 2.
All right, Cam, what's your number 1 pick?
Grape.
Grape?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. It's grape.
Tastes like
Exactly.
Diamond Tap.
Exactly. I love Diamond Tap.
I think this is about to be a 2-person podcast, but okay, great. Number 1.
Grape is the best. Okay.
Now wait a minute. Did you is it grape as in like a purple grape drink, or is it the Moscato like Asahi Clear?
No, the purple drink.
The purple. Okay, wow.
All right, 'cause-
Moscato sucks. I hope that didn't make anybody's list.
Going back to the train story, that's what I was slamming to relax, and that got me through 6 months. And grapefruit and lemon helped, but grape was the go-to.
Grape. Wow.
Grape.
I think I've had grape maybe 1 or 2 times, and I've enjoyed it, but I've never like sought it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I was sorting out the new flavors today. Couldn't find them. I think they're Lawson only. I saw them in Lawson. Couldn't find them in any other place today. I could find only.
They have the new hard lemonades at Family Mart.
Yeah,
as well,
they do.
with a Jinro.
Yeah, I looked at that and I said no thanks.
Yeah, because it's like 200 calories per 300 ml or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really sugary. Okay, Nick, what's your number 1 choice?
Triple lemon, you asshole.
Triple lemon, you asshole. Okay, I figured that might be your case, but so Nick, why triple lemon? What's up with the triple lemon that makes it number 1 for you?
It gets me drunk and makes me forget about my problems.
What problems do you have?
You know what I think it is? I think that when Nick was a young lad and he was in the pub...
He is. He's like 7 years younger than us.
No, yeah. When he was in the pub with his dad and his dad would give him a $2 coin and say, you go buy yourself a lemon squash, son.
Okay, wait. Let me stop right there. Is there a $2 coin in Australia?
Yes, mate.
Okay.
And Nick would go up and he'd buy it and he'd get 80 cents change and he could drink his lemon squash. And that's what Triple Lemon takes him back to, that moment.
It was at the yacht club.
The yacht club.
It was the happy memory before the bad memory.
Okay, so I'm going to have trouble pronouncing my number one pick. It is the Triple Shikusa. It's basically lime. That's my number one pick, is lime.
Ooh, nice pick.
That was
So
some
the
good
lime...
Tokyo Drew pronunciation.
Is it? It could be. It could be. I've been watching too many of his 80-minute live streams where he's just sitting at the hub. I'm just going to call it lime because that's basically what it is. Lime is one of the... I was not introduced to it right away. I kind of just found it. I'm like, oh, there's a lemon, there's a lime. When it comes to lemon and lime, I'm a lime guy. Didn't think so myself, but over time, it's been proven to be true.
It's okay. It just means we know you do butt stuff now.
No, I agree. The
don't.
lime is better. Lime reminds me of Mexico, which I've never been to.
So how can you be reminded of something you've never done?
I feel like I've spiritually gone there.
You've spiritually gone to Mexico.
I've spiritually gone to Mexico.
Yeah.
I had peyote. Does that count?
Yeah. I'll give you a pass on that.
Yay!
Okay.
Jenkum, it's good for you.
Okay, so I'm thinking Triple Lemon is going to be number one because we got 5 points from Nick. We got 3 points from me. That's 8 points for Triple Lemon. And then...
Well, I think we should use the American voting system and just say I have a larger population in my household, so my vote is worth more.
It's true.
That is not how it works, but thank you for trying.
Damn it. I thought I won there. Grape.
Okay, so I think Triple Lemon is going to come out on top with 8 points. Let me see, we got grape with 5, lime with 5. We got grapefruits with 3. And then we have bitter orange with 2. And apple with 1.
I think it's safe to say that the only winner is a vice industry where 20% of profits come from 80% of profits come from 20% of consumers.
Works for me. I'm totally happy with that.
Exactly like the loot box industry.
Hit the wow.
Nothing sexual happened.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Oh God.
Triple Lemon. Okay, so Triple Lemon is the
Triple Lemon, yeah.
champion. So that'll be a fun write-up. Okay. All right, listen, guys. I think we pussyfooted around it long enough.
It's time.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk about Tokyo Drew.
All right. So this guy's a little bit of a legend in the expat community.
Little.
It's more like a recent legend, mostly because
recent.
He's been around for.
He's been here forever.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But in terms of his kind of online attitude, his presence on YouTube, and the way he tries to monetize his brand for a very, very small audience, it's quite funny. And it turns out that the communities on Twitter, Japan Circle Jerk, Reiwa JCJ, and even Japan Live have kind of got in on the fun a little bit. Oh, yeah. And it's mostly because he reacts. And that's essentially it. So just to take a step back, Tokyo Drew, and I won't say his real name, but he is
Saitama Drew. I'll say it.
Saitama Drew, as he is also known, because he often does daily live streams from Omiya, which is decidedly not Tokyo. He is a 52, 53-year-old Canadian gentleman who moved here 15 years ago and is giving his YouTube audience, who are mostly in the United States, New Zealand, Philippines, he's got some strange fans who, they use his expressions as memes in the live chat, and it's quite interesting to see, somebody chuck him.
As much as I watched this, I could not understand the fans. I was just like, how can you watch? You've got a choice between a 1.5 hours of a movie or something, right? You could go and do so much with that time. and you decide to give this guy money and watch him get drunk in the harbor. That makes no sense.
Maybe we're missing out on something, boys. We can do that.
We could do that. No one's paying. Like, I saw one person give him $15. I was like, how do you have $15 if an hour and a half of watching this fucking idiot is like, mentally stimulating for you?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that it's so interesting for a lot of people is that he clearly doesn't have an idea on any of the topics that he's talking about. Nice. He opens up the Japan Times every day. He'll read some news like, oh, COVID is going up or something like that. And then he will look at a kusuriya, which is a pharmacy, and he's like, that's a drugstore. And he has this kind of bubble around himself. And
that's what I was about to say. This is the most bizarre thing, is that you're not watching somebody show you around Japan or show you the real Japan. You're seeing somebody who's living in a bubble, who's hanging out with foreigners, going to the most foreign bars, eating the most foreign food. It's like, hey, I still live in America but be in Japan?
Yeah.
Canada. He's Canadian.
Sorry, Canada, yeah.
Can't claim him.
He is an absolute warning sign for a lot of people who stay too long in Japan. And we joke about this a lot, and especially in the foreigner community in Japan, that a lot of people come here, sign up as ALTs or Eikaiwa teachers, in inverted commas, which are essentially the McJobs of white people in Japan, or any English-speaking foreigner. Because short of actually spending the effort of learning the language or learning a skill, that is what you have. You are a white person, and when you go to an English-speaking school, the locals want to have a look at a white person. Yep. That is what he is. He is emblematic of the cultural problem with a lot of these companies.
And I do want to emphasize, Nick is 100% correct. White.
Yep.
They do not want any other color. I don't know why, but white says English.
Racism!
It's not even a joke. Eikaiwa was my visa baby here 6 years ago.
Oh, me too.
I'd already worked in my industry for a while. Wanted to move here, make a change. Did half a year there. Had quite a bit of fun, but realized when you talk to a lot of the long-timers who had been working at these companies for 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, it exists, that life hasn't really gone in their way.
Life happens to them rather than they happen to life. Yeah.
Yeah. And they constantly get drudged down in this kind of idea that it's not their fault. And if you are constantly experiencing that, where you believe that you deserve something because you've been working at the company for 10 years, you deserve it, it's something that they owe you, you are done. Get out. At that point, as you mentioned, life is happening to them. But this guy, Drew, is emblematic of everything wrong with that English-speaking industry, or English Eikaiwa industry. They just can't get out, or they have no motivation because it is so easy.
Yep.
Well, we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but one thing I found, do we have the drop where he says, I'm not a teacher?
I do have a drop saying I'm a manager.
Oh,
there we go. That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay. So Tokyo Drew has been here a long time, 15 years, doesn't speak a lick of Japanese. I don't think he is as successful as he claims he is, but here is
He marries up, apparently.
Oh, yeah, all 3 times.
When you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go.
Yeah, at some point, there's only one way up, right? Okay, here we go.
So I just got to figure out, what channel things I want. What do you do over there? I run a bunch of English schools.
A bunch of?
And he runs them.
In the Saitama prefecture area.
Saitama.
There you go. There's the Discord again.
Discord. So in the Saitama prefecture area.
Yeah, so Saitama Drew, my understanding is, and there has been a long storied history about people who have had interactions with him. Mm-hmm. Apparently he works at a certain English language school that caters to kindergartners via a lot of song and dance. And I'm not going to job shame, but again, when it comes to a lot of foreigners who move here, they get comfy They stay. They
Well,
continue.
I want to talk about this, about job shaming, right?
I'm okay with job shaming, by the way.
No, any job you work, if you're happy and if you want to work it and you're happy with your state in life, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What I fucking hate in the English teaching industry of Japan is people who are trying to oversell themselves all the time.
Very true.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah, exactly. And what pisses me off about that statement is he's saying like, oh, I'm not a teacher, I'm a manager. All right, fuckface, you're not a teacher. Don't even call yourself a teacher.
You're one or the other, right?
You are like, a teacher has a license. They are an educator. They have studied child psychology. They've studied pedagogy. They are an expert in their field. Most people are assistant language teachers. They're not allowed legally in the room alone with the students. They are not teachers. And this guy is trying to distance himself from that title.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So just
and he hasn't even earned that fucking title.
Yeah. To leverage that point, a lot of people in the foreigner community here, when they say I'm a journalist, I'm a photographer, I'm a DJ, I'm a part-time app developer is a new one. You know,
I make music.
Yeah. They work in the Eikaiwa community or the ALT community, especially outside of Tokyo. If you're in Tottori and you are a photographer, you're probably very likely to be a ALT or on the JET program.
Right.
And
You're an
I'm a
Eikaiwa
photographer.
teacher.
I'm a photographer who makes 98% of his income through Eikaiwa.
Right. So you're an
That's
English
a job.
teacher, and then you do something on the side where you hope your career will go. But the three of us know it doesn't happen. You're a teacher.
Yeah,
and not like a good teacher like Cam, where he's actually an educator. You are bottom of the barrel, a white face to sell lessons to the native population.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody is a collection of their experiences, doing Eikaiwa, like I did for a very short amount of time, was a very positive one because I got to relax from the business environment. It was quite easy, stepwise, straightforward. You knew how much you were getting, could plan for it. But again, there were people who made this their entire career with no ambition. You are a collection of your experiences. If you start to blame other people for your problems, maybe the problem is you. Get out, learn some skills.
we went, yeah, that's what we were talking about last week as well. Because it's just like that clip actually continues. I watched more of that, and what he said was, "I'm not a teacher. I'm a manager." Like he actually says, "I'm not a teacher," and then he says, "Like, but you know, sometimes when I do teach, like I just taught today, and I'm teaching every day next week." It's like, okay,
teacher,
you're not even a
let's
teacher.
Let's not use the word.
You are.
That's kind of liberal use of the word teacher. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say teacher because what the hell else are you going to call it? Instructor? What the hell else are you going to call it? Like
advisor,
coach. Like he's dancing
coach.
in front of kids, which
Dancing
is fine
monkey.
if you're proud of it and if you're going somewhere else and you're doing it temporarily. He's been doing it for like 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
And when he says manager, again, it's like what some of the big dispatch companies, I'm not going to name, but you know which ones I'm talking about, where they make people head teacher and manager. You don't have any qualifications.
Right.
Yeah.
You got that position because you turned up on time, you brown-nosed, you turned up in a suit, the school said positive things about you, when you came to meetings, you had acceptable levels of hygiene. And you said, I want to be something more. And they said, we'll pay you 10,000 yen a month to do like 30 hours extra work a month.
Right. So 10,000 yen, just so everybody at home understands, and the audience understands, it's $90 to $100 US extra a month.
So I know people back home who manage supermarkets and McDonald's, and they work hard, they earn good money, and they're very proud of their jobs.
And there's more of a ladder there to climb.
Yeah, there is a ladder to climb, but just because you don't work in an industry like, that isn't corporate or anything like that, doesn't mean that you can't benefit your own situation. But so many people who come to Japan just end up in that spot.
Yeah. But Tokyo Drew has advice for us.
Oh, let's hear it.
If you set your mind to anything, you can do it.
So the problem is you have to initially set your mind to something. So
marry up.
Yeah. Well, marry up, but only do it once. Mr. Tokyo Drew is, I believe, on his third marriage as of the recording of this podcast.
Through our research, I saw an unlisted video that was more sad than anything else, where he was trying to make it seem like on a daily stream, but he was very proud of becoming a grandfather. But his son is estranged, and he believed that the stepfather following him, who has since divorced his mother, would become the grandfather anyway.
That's impressive. Yeah. I can't blame people for their personal situation. Well, okay, so hold on. Let me rephrase that. I can blame people for their personal situation. It seems very sad, though, that he has a son who is estranged from him, who had his own children, that grandchild will no longer, or will never know that he's the actual biological father.
Saitama Tokyo Drew, if you're listening, you're welcome to call in.
Yeah, I sent you a fucking email, you piece of shit. You should have answered me. Anyway, yeah, but straight up, like, as somebody who's about to become a father himself for the first time, I am... Wow! Wait, oh, yeah, let's do that. Wait, air horn. Okay. My boys can swim, yo! Anyway, as somebody who's about to become a father for the first time himself, I would consider a major failure if, when that child has their own kids, I'm not a part of their life. So...
See, that's called forethought.
Yeah, I do think ahead too much, but I think it's a concept that isn't lost on me. It's something you should do.
Ahead, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, this is something I thought of. Like, when you were young, was there ever a time where, like, you just smoked some weed?
Yep.
You're in a living room.
Oh, there's more to it? Okay, yeah.
You're in a living room or a basement, and you're playing video games with your friends. And, like, you're eating Doritos and pizzas on the way.
Don't go away.
Right, exactly. That moment of life. Could you imagine if you'd attempted to preserve that your entire life?
That's Eikaiwa teachers.
That's Eikaiwa teachers.
There are times in my life when I've gone and I've said, hey, you know what? College was great. I was there for 4 years. I made a lot of friends. I went to a lot of parties. I met some nice ladies. You know, I did a whole bunch of stuff, but now it's over, and it's time to move on to the next thing. Yeah. And one of my bosses, like the first job I had outside of college, my boss, every alumni weekend, he was like, dude, it's alumni weekend. I can't wait. I'm going to go back. And it's like he wanted to relive his glory days.
Well, at least...
But it was like, dude, you've been out of college for 10 fucking years.
We don't.
Your
really
glory days are not behind you; they're ahead of you. You have a lot to accomplish. You're going to get married. You're going to have kids. You're going to do this and that. You're going to be a executive vice president somewhere. But every alumni weekend, he went back to school to make sure that he could drink with his buddies. And to me, it was sad. It was like, you know, I only pay attention, or I only talk to maybe like 3 people from college, like my closest friend from college and a couple people I lived with.
Cool story, Mark.
It's not a cool story, but it's...
What a funny story, Mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, you understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But for this guy, okay, if you do the math, he's 52 years old. Mm-hmm. He's been here for 15 years.
Right.
Which means he came here when he was 37.
37, my age, yeah.
So he's 37 years old. He finishes teaching a bunch of kids. He goes to the hub. He gets really drunk on cheap, nasty alcohol. And I don't know the last time. Have you guys had a night out at the hub?
I have.
Where there wasn't a sporting event on.
End up after hanging out with friends.
Yep.
Just before the last train
I mean,
home.
like, started there.
But I have to stop you guys. The hub is not cheap. All right. There are times when a pint of beer costs 1,000 yen. So to me, that's not cheap.
He turns up at happy hour.
Of course.
And
that's when I start.
There are drinks. In fact, one of our friends, I remember we went down to the hub because we wanted to watch soccer. Mm-hmm. Back when there was the World Cup and like it was Japan.
Yeah.
Was in there. And
I was with you.
Yeah, you remember this. And
it was a great night.
Yeah, and one of our friends is about to buy a bunch of shots, and I had to stop him.
Yeah.
I was like, do not buy shots here. But somewhere along the line, like, Tokyo Drew found his magic in that situation in the hub and has been recapturing it for 15 years.
Yeah, his live stream, it was really actually difficult to find good content to play.
It's 2 hours of nothing.
Because he will live stream from the hub for 2 or 3 hours, and you're like, okay, cool, I want to find some cringe material, but like, I'm not willing to watch 85 3-hour live streams from the hub and Omiya.
What I found was you skip to the end where he's drunk.
Yes. That's right. The last 20 minutes are the best. He's like walking home.
It's like, there's one I watched. I don't know if you've got this queued up anywhere, but he's talking, he's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is fucking gone. And he's talking about how his wife has let him go out for the night. And she lets him do anything he likes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hard to convince her to let me go out tonight.
Yeah.
Like, in one run-on sentence, he contradicts himself.
Right. So can I have to interject with a clip here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was a live stream, and I'm going to emphasize the stream on this one. So I'm going to play it now. I'm going to up the volume.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Puts the camera down. Yeah, you hear it right. That's
not a drink being poured.
That's not a waterfall. Yep.
That is
only on a live stream.
Only on a live stream, folks.
Yeah, I just took a piss back there.
Yeah, and the best part is he had to explain it. Like, yeah, the part where I unzipped my pants and you heard a bunch of water hitting the ground and me going, ugh!
So the great
that
thing
wasn't
is,
obvious enough.
No, you haven't really set it up well enough because it is daytime.
Yeah, it's like
pissing behind trucks.
He's right. It's true.
And he couldn't even, like he said, only on a live stream. He couldn't say something like, and that's why we call it a live stream, or
that would be funny.
That would have been funny.
He couldn't have found that joke. That was it was given to him.
There was an opportunity there that he definitely swung and missed that. Yeah.
In fact, in all of the time I've watched him this week, I haven't heard him tell a joke.
But the whole thing is a joke. Can I?
He's a living
I have a
joke.
compilation. He's a living joke. I have a compilation.
Set it up.
That I'd like to play next. Maybe I heard about this when I was younger and in high school. It's called a pocket rocket. So
I have never heard that. Please describe.
Okay, I'm going to describe it to you, gentlemen. So apparently, when you see an attractive woman, you will get an erection, and that is a pocket rocket.
Is that what it is?
That is what it is. I think. I mean, I don't know for sure because it's really immature for me. I'm 37. And I'm talking about high school 20 years ago.
I thought it was because he's talking about pretty girls who are like fun-sized and like they go off.
Really? Like not girls that work for SpaceX or something like that? No, I think it's like much more mundane than that.
I interviewed somebody and talked about students as pocket rockets. Pocket rockets galore. Pocket rockets. Pocket rocket. She's talking anal beads. Lineups, pocket rocket. I have no... Whoa, pocket rocket. Thank you. Lots of pocket rockets in the morning. You gotta like it. Through all these side streets. Pocket rocket. Main street that I usually walk down. And we start off with a pocket rocket right away.
Oh,
Gotta love it.
I can't handle the fact that he's actually yelling it out to these women as well.
Right, he's walking down the street, he has a camera, and he's like, and we have a pocket rocket right away. Like he's like a golf announcer or something.
Because just to point out, pocket and rocket are words that every Japanese person understands. Like, I don't know if they could put together, even we've had trouble putting it together, but I think he believes he's speaking a secret language. He can't understand Japanese. He is.
Yes.
because I really hate when people use terms like like mansplaining or something, or manspreading. But I have seen real life mansplaining. I have seen manspreading. But this guy is the male gaze personified as a human being, and it's so gross to see that camera angle all the time.
He is literally one divorce away from moving to Thailand.
Oh, fucking no.
Thailand would love to have him. But I have one clip here, and he's speaking to somebody on his live stream. He has a quote-unquote pocket rocket in sight, and he's requesting that he receives money in order to show that pocket rocket on camera. And the clip is not playing for some reason.
Okay.
Give me a second. I will reload it.
Dead at launch.
So this,
that was very dead at launch. My apologies.
This pocket rocket did not launch.
For all of our listener, I do implore you to actually look up Tokyo Drew, just because he really does look like a small fat penis.
You just have a picture of him. Because here's the thing, we've tried. Like I talked about Ryan Boundless's teeth, and I didn't know what I was in store for this week when it came to teeth.
Yeah, Ryan Boundless has this kind of weird shark tooth pointiness going on.
Well, here's the thing. Ryan Boundless needs to contact Tokyo Drew, and they need to trade teeth. They need to trade a lack of teeth for a bounty of teeth. I think between them, they've got 2 jaws filled of teeth.
So Boundless has too many teeth, and
too many teeth.
Drew
Tokyo Drew. Because I mean, like, if you ever wonder, it's like, am I doing well in life? It's like, do you have 2 rows of teeth? Might be the starting point. Can you poo comfortably? Like
when he smiles, it looks like the original Sarlacc pit, not the 90s remastered edition, which had the claws along the side. That would be more teeth than what he's got. It actually just looks like the pit coming through.
Look, people have been making comments on YouTube saying Tokyo Drew's teeth are social distancing.
And I'm sure he'd block them. He is big on the blocking.
He's very big.
I saw the comments. It's like, where's the hate? And the thing is, it's just a list of positive comments when he is liking and replying to everything.
Hey, did you know he had a meetup in Las Vegas?
What?
What? People went?
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll actually put it on the write-up. It exists, and it looks exactly as you'd imagine a Tokyo Drew meetup.
God. Who likes this guy?
People who want to see day-to-day Japan. I think...
But he's not. They're seeing Bubble Japan. It's not the real Japan.
They're seeing Saitama.
Right? Saitama's not real Japan. Saitama is ass
1K... They're seeing his post-divorce 1K apartment in the middle of Omiya. Oof. And seeing him drink until he gets paralytic.
Okay, let me do the pay me clip again here.
Okay.
Still not working. Okay, fun. All right, so that's not going to happen. Next clip. Okay, let me set this up. So, Tokyo Drew has been here for 15 years. There are 2 clips I want to play. One is kind of long. It's about 3 minutes. I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to comment in the middle of it. The other one's like 10 seconds long. But it's kind of funny because it demonstrates... You know what? In the first one, the 3-minute one, I am going to comment in the middle of it. Because I'm going to show you the Japanese that it takes to actually... Straight up, I have an N5 certification, which means that I can basically speak Japanese to toddlers. And then the toddlers can speak back to me... Yeah, company work, but basically I can speak to children, and then children can reply to me in Japanese that I will not understand. So that's my level of Japanese. Okay, so here, let me do. Yeah.
What the dog?
You have sausage?
Yeah, you have sausage.
Yes?
Yeah, yes?
You have?
Sausage arimasu ka. That's it. Hi.
Food here, beer there?
Yeah.
Press pause for a sec.
I can't press pause. I can only restart the clip. But that's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
After 15 years, he doesn't even know that sausage is sausage. He doesn't even know that beer is bitter.
Or nama, which is draft beer.
This is beer. It's korewa. Like, he can't even do the most mundane, basic tasks after 15 fucking years.
Yeah, I could do that before I came here.
Jay, do you have that clip where he talks about his hiragana prowess?
I don't.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I can tell you exactly what he says.
Please tell me.
He says, like, somebody sends him a comment. It could even be, like, a very clever guy from JCJ or something, saying, what's your level of Japanese? And he's like,
0.
I studied hiragana. And then
that's the equivalent of knowing one of the alphabets. Yeah, one of the 2 alphabets of the Japanese language.
I learned it in a cafe in one day. It doesn't. It's not rocket surgery.
I'm fluent in hiragana, but then I got to the katakana and I stopped about there. Okay,
it's not pocket rocket surgery.
And
Okay, got it. Nailed it.
Coincidentally, I called my mother today.
Nice.
I talked to her. You know, she's locked up in quarantine like everybody else in Australia. And she said, like, she's been studying Japanese because she's been here to visit my kids. She's been here, God, like 6-7 times, right? To visit me and the children all the time. So she learns Japanese because, you know, from the airport to our house, she actually gets there by herself. And
that's not an easy trip.
It's not an easy trip, but she's managed. First time she needed a lot of help, but after that she's doing. And she told me today, I've learned all of the hiragana, and I've learned how to order in restaurants, and I've learned how to buy tickets to locations and ask for directions.
So STD, Saitama Drew, if you're listening, you are losing out to Cam's 70-year-old mother who probably learnt this in a weekend.
Yeah.
But also, I've met her, and she's really smart and nice.
Yeah, but Saitama Drew is not really smart, and he's not really nice.
No.
Because I have another clip. We have another clip.
Please.
Now, my boy, Tokyo Sam, okay? The American who does, like, these nice long vlog videos. I actually like his motorcycle videos. He's a great guy.
You know what?
I want to have a drink with him.
I used to hate on him quite a bit.
You did?
Because JCJ did, but honestly, he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, and you know what? And, you know, he lived in an area that I used to live in. He's in Nakano Shimbashi. I lived in Hanmachi Shibuya, which is just south of there. Tokyo Sam, let's get a drink. I'm down with it. But apparently, Tokyo Sam and Saitama Drew Tokyo Drew have a bit of a beef. So I'm going to play that now.
Good question, Deck One. I've actually reached out to Tokyo Sam, and he has not replied to me. Chicken shit that he is.
You don't deserve a reply, Tokyo Drew.
You want to see vulgar and keeping it real, Tokyo Sam? Come hang out with me. Yeah, you're in Japan for 10 years. Yeah, you can speak better Japanese than me. You can keep it real just as me. Why don't you do a freaking collab with me? Just saying.
Sorry.
There it is. Yeah.
You can keep it real just as me.
Goddamn.
Got to keep it real, Tokyo Drew. You got to be part of the Drew crew, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Tokyo Sam. I'm Tokyo Sam every day over the Drew crew. I'll be honest. Tokyo Sam at least gets $500, but his rent is $400 a month. He gets a Patreon of $500 a month. So guess what? His online presence pays for his rent.
I mean, at least he hung out with Riley Reid, and I mean, she's probably got all the borderline personality disorder, but you know,
dude,
he gave it a crack.
No, I'm sure he didn't do all the things she does in those fancy videos she makes, but you know what? He went to Coachella with Riley Reid. What has Tokyo Drew done?
I'm pretty sure that he
pretended he was a manager at several Eikaiwas when he was not. That's about it. So
Jesus Christ. Just thinking about him makes me sad, but the fact is there's a constant stream of content. I don't think we're done with him.
I don't think so either, but I think we have to be done with him for this episode. So let's go ahead and play the nomination song.
Oh, I want to give him the nomination today.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, ready? Let's do it. Nick, go for it.
Bum, 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 bum. Saitama Drew, for crimes against content, for pissing in public, for basically being emblematic of every Eikaiwa long-termer. We
Preach.
have awarded you the King of Kanto. Again, this is not a reward. This is not something to be proud of. We want you to look at yourself and maybe drink a little bit less. You're pre-diabetic. It's not good for you.
Not pre, he is diabetic.
Oh shit, you're diabetic. It's not good for you.
Yes.
Eat some salad. Have a low alcohol 3%. It's okay. Have a dry 0. They taste pretty good.
Yep.
Give it a shot, mate. You'll be right.
So let me jump in here. Tokyo Drew, you got a lot of things going on. A lot of them aren't great. But you know what? We're giving you this nomination because we want you to call in, okay? We want you to represent. We want you to tell us what's going on in your life.
We think
You
you
are
can keep
nominated.
it real as us.
Yeah, we keep it real. You say you keep it real. We do keep it real. You are nominated as a King of Kanto.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Very good, very good. Let's clap.
Yay, yay.
Anime wow, anime wow.
Cool.
Okay, Tokyo Drew, you have been nominated. We are willing to hear from you. Get an acceptance speech, whatever you want. Get in contact with us. We will be tweeting that you have been accepted as a nominee to the King of Kanto. Let us know. Let's do some plugs. Okay, guys?
Yeah, man.
Look.
Let's go ahead.
kingofkanto.com. That is our website. You'll be able to see all of our updates there.
Yep. You can see all of our links and all of our social medias from that. kingofkanto.com.
All right, and don't forget the Patreon, patreon.com/kingofkanto. Anything else, guys?
No, not really. I'm all good.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in this week. We'll see you later. Are you still here? Oh, you are. Thanks for listening to the end. We sure had a lot of fun this week. Nick, Cam, and I are happy you took a listen and laughed along with us. We'd like to tell you that our nominees are real people. They have hopes and dreams and aspirations just like you. And although we gave them a polite ribbing on the show today, we have to insist you don't contact them on social media. The purpose of our show is to have fun, not to incite cyberbullying. The trio of us are expert trolls with years of experience and know when to rein it in. Thanks for your understanding. See you next week, Kings.